we're good. We're going. So let's, before the game starts, look at the draft. We have Gnar, Gragas, Xerath, Jhin, Nautilus. They have Wukong, Trundle, Lux, Caitlyn, Nami.
Yeah.
Basically, I remember, I think I said it before, but mid's very squishy. That's a lane that's you could try to gank, especially as a Gragas with ult and flash and Predator. So I'd put attention around mid lane. That's very killable. You also have a Jhin Nautilus. That's a lot of setup, especially onto lower mobility champs. They do have a lot
Yeah.
of peel of their own. Caitlyn's long range, obviously. Nami has bubble, but if she doesn't hit a good bubble, then you should be able to kill them if you get on them at all. Even if she does hit a bubble, if you can get on them at all, they should still die. But yeah, Wukong obviously is going to be
Yeah, that
Wukong.
didn't happen.
So that's what I would do in this game. Is I would honestly start your blue buff, especially I don't know if you do, but you could go like blue buff, Gromp, Wolves, back, get your Predator boots, do your red
So
side
what
camps and gank.
I did red buff into Krugs into back into blue buff
Okay.
because that gets me 300, and I'm on the map with level 3 and then 2 buffs
Okay.
before the first gank should happen. Or if the first gank's happening, I'm gonna tell them the first gank's happening. Which
Make sure my volume's on. Let's turn this up. Why is there no sound?
do you have the thing muted, like, or on your sounds
I don't think so.
on your personal computer?
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Ah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I can hear pings, that's for sure. That's about it. Whack. Okay. Well, we just have ping sounds then. Okay. Level 1, day 5 point. We don't. Kind of 5 point. It's okay, we got 2 deep wards. Alright, so yeah, you start red buff here. Just gonna speed this up a little bit. So yeah, you should be pulling him a lot top lane, that's good. How's bot lane going? Mid lane is gonna be who can hit skill shots. It's really good Vandal on top. Alright, now you're back out on the map. You've got your Mobies. Or not your Mobies, you have your boots. Trundle's top lane. I'm guessing Vandal dies here.
Yeah. And I'm telling him he's gonna be up here.
Yeah, let's see. There, I would definitely, as soon as he crashed, right, like he crashed the wave, he has the time, he can go gank, or not gank, but he can go drop a ward, right? Expecting
Yeah.
that like he started bot side,
Uh-huh.
he can drop a ward for sure, expecting him to come at 3 minutes or like 3:15 for the scuttle crab or whatever. Speed this up.
I
Fight over
tell them
scuttle.
that they should
Nice, you got that. That's good. You get that. Your camp priority is slightly concerning.
yeah.
Just because your Gragas with the talisman, you can take raptors and wolves super easily.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not sure if red raptors gives you your 3, but if I was doing that side as a Gragas, I would go red raptors Krugs back for, or not your 3, but I know it gives you 3. but I'm not sure if it gives you the 300.
Or
But you could do
the
red,
300 one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you could definitely do red Raptors Krugs back for your boots. Because you take, yeah,
Okay.
like that's
Okay, I
definitely
can
an
do that.
option
And then
with
I
your
hit this.
talisman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I just immediately predator onto the map.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you can go
Okay, I'll
take your
try that.
blue and gank top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If or I could immediately gank top or counter.
Hmm. Like, assuming you did that, you're out there, what, 30 seconds later? But he also crashed a wave, so if he had crashed the wave, warded out, not died, and Wukong pushed back, that would be a predator kill onto Wukong, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's my bad.
Hmm. Well, that's just a team thing, right? Like, because he didn't have the ward out anyways, so even if you had done that, that alone wouldn't have gotten you a kill top. Okay, mid lane's mid lane, skill shot mages, lol. Let me see. He signals he's missing.
They like to do this gank, so they do this both games.
Yeah, they did that twice to us. Um,
Yeah, if
so
they
it's definitely something to keep in.
yeah, if they do that once, I would definitely start placing wards deep into the lane. Just, to look out for it. If you expect he might do it, if they're about you push out and crash, drop a deep ward, like just in this bush or something.
Yeah, I did that after the second time he ganked us, but
Let's see. His boost versus double longsword. Vandal no longer wins trades. Especially because he has his dash up now. Before he was winning trades at like level 2, level 3. This is good. This should be a kill. Nice, good flash. Oh, that hook has to hit.
yeah,
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna keep going.
I want to see that. Hold up. Yeah, okay.
What gets her stuck in that bush? Because she stops.
She was
The
stunned.
knockup.
Yeah, she was stunned from the
See,
knockup.
that ward wasn't there when I threw the hook, so I didn't know where she was.
Yeah, that's just
I
unlucky then.
could
That
I
the
should have landed
random
that
fog
hook.
of war
That would have
drop.
changed the whole.
That would have been great to start to get this Jin ahead. Vandal's having a tough time top. You could definitely, like, just because I said you can focus mid and bot doesn't mean if he's pushed up, don't gank there. Like, I don't want you to get that wrong idea. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right now, I would probably path towards top side if he's going to stay. How much gold is he sitting on? He's sitting on a lot. Yeah, so he just came back to lane pretty recently. So he won't be backing soon. So you push that. Um, you don't have too long now. So with the Rift Herald spawning, I would do something like red, raptors, wolves, predator top. Once your predator's off
Okay.
cooldown. Um, it's like in jungling, time is honestly in League of Legends, time is the biggest expense. It's the most valuable thing in the game, besides of course Nexus. Um, so any way to like minimize the time it takes for you to get places or do things, the better. So like you just
Yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
Reds Raptors. Assume it took you the same amount of speed, but like now you're going from here to all the way up, or you're starting from like this bush here, right? That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
2-3 seconds right there. So that's just something to think about, with time.
yeah, yeah.
Yunar's backing. He's gonna walk back to lane. No, he's not backing. Okay, so he should be hard shoving. Ideally, he would be hard shoving, pushing that in if he wants it back. And if he can come back to lane, and still, honestly, Wukong's probably gonna back, so maybe you wouldn't have had time to gank anyways, unless you had like forfeit your red buff or something and skipped over it. So I wouldn't worry about too much of that, because he might have been gone by the time you got there anyways. But now they're doing this. You can fight over this.
Here we can't because we were chunked out after a fight. That's because I'm chunked out. I can't really get in on that, and I don't have
That's true.
flash.
Yeah, and they have priority mid lane actually. Yeah, you can't fight it. You have to give that one. Yeah. Is Wukong still not? He still hasn't backed. Dang. He should back now. A big thing right now too is what are you trying to do on the map? What's your goal on the map right now as a Gragas? Like in this instance, while you were playing this game, what were you thinking about? Like I'm curious.
So in this instance, sorry, let me.
After you backed bot and they took dragon, what was your plan?
So my entire plan was to clear this side and get wards here into the Rift Herald area.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. The wolves didn't get finished there. You find the trundle. You just pushed in that. I would go do Herald right now. You helped him get pushing mid. You got pushing top. I would do that now. Like just go start it up. And you do. Okay, good. Very nice, very nice. Good job, Freddie.
So the issue is that I actually get them to get I think we got first tower both games.
Hello.
What's up, Mustard?
Hey, I heard you guys were watching the game right now.
We are.
Yo.
Alright, nice. You guys got Herald. Bot's backing. Has anyone taken any plates? You got one bot, none mid, none top. Okay. They have 6 bots. Makes it harder to gank with Nami ult. You still can do it. Yeah. So I would, yeah, just clear towards bot side here. So either go in top here now, which you're doing, or the other option is to. Oh, that's sad. If that hits the wall, he's mega dead. Oh, where's the ult? Okay, you get it anyways. Okay. Forget what I said. It worked out, but you probably should have gotten away. Not gonna lie.
I think that's how I get first tower.
Oh my
Yeah, we take
gosh.
the whole thing here.
Smart men take 2 plates first, then spawn Herald.
It's around 2200 health that you need to get it down to.
I'm so proud of you. This is something that.
Yeah, Freddie was the mastermind. He knew that.
And I was still off by like fucking 19 health.
This man's a genius. Alright, as soon as you see Lux here, you know that you're gonna have rotation there. I sense something bad happening here. I would not have
So,
ulted the Nami there. Ult
you would
Yeah.
ult the Caitlyn
You
there,
need,
right?
honestly, are you planning on killing the Nami too? Or not?
Well, I was hoping to stall her ulting and hit the Caitlyn at the same time, but Caitlyn sidestepped, so I missed. I should have just ulted Caitlyn there. Probably would have saved everything.
Honestly, like let me see how would I have comboed this?
I was thinking
Okay.
too big brained for the play.
Let's see. Okay. You saw Nami back. You see Trundle still in this area. So just in general, I would be scared of this because you just saw him on this ward here, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first reason I wouldn't go for this in general. Like I think best case scenario, you still go 1 for 2. So I would have. Okay, hold up. Let's watch this. Where are you at? You're right here. Okay.
Well, see, if I would have ulted Caitlyn, we could have went Tri-Bush on
If
top.
I would have led with ult on the Caitlyn here, if she were in range.
Yeah, I had to hook her. I wasn't in range
Okay.
for ult there. I
Then
just
I would have
barely missed it.
hooked, let the roots come through, and then ulted her just to layer CC so she couldn't walk around. Burst her and
Yeah.
hope that the Trundle doesn't run you guys out on the backside, which I think he still would have in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, knowing the Trundle was there, I wouldn't have gone for that play under tower. Just in general, but yeah, if the Trundle isn't there, that is fine. That goes fine.
Sure.
You go 1 for 1, but. And a 1 for 1, you dying and Jin living, and the Caitlyn dying and the Nami living, that's a fine trade to make if you're
Well, I
trying to.
mean, and if I ult the Caitlyn there too, I can just go out the back through the tri-bush, assuming Trundle's not there.
Mhm.
Now Trundle was
Yeah, the
there,
Trundle's
so-
running down, I think, either way in that situation.
Yeah. Assuming if in that situation when the Trundle isn't there, that's a totally fine play to make. But knowing that the Trundle is there, that's a little bit greedy.
Yeah, that's a
I
little
didn't
greedy.
know the Trundle was there, to be honest. I called for the play, and then I didn't know the Trundle was there, and the plan was to just run out through the back anyways, because that's where we were running, but it just took too long to kill the Caitlyn, because we didn't get the ult off in time. Like, I thought we
Yeah,
were
that was
going
the only thing there.
Yeah, that
like,
was all. That was me. I should have.
Oh yeah, let's see how
yeah,
much.
it's not your
Oh
fault.
yeah,
I
your
just
damage does. Let's see.
sorry, go ahead.
Fires a shockwave, causes an enemy. Two other enemies. Yeah, so it does 150 damage, so that would have helped burst the Caitlyn, who is at 200 health.
Yeah.
For sure. This fight here is a good fight. I would just walk away from it though at this point.
Yeah, that bubble fricked me over. I think I die here. No, maybe not.
Now you should definitely be recalling though. Drop a couple wards and then reset your wards. You just saw their duo lane in the river, so I'd be careful pushing up mid. Yep.
Are you ready for this sick read?
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Oh, this man is very sad that he just got CC chained like that. That should be free dragon. However, Xerath, I would back here. You have teleport. And you're not exactly going to be split pushing that often. So you don't need to save it for that. Especially at 14 minutes in the game, we're not really going to be play split pushing for a Baron type play.
Gotcha.
So I would have backed there, the Nautilus as well, just because you were already low, and then TP'd back. Like imagine if you had a full health Nautilus and a full health Xerath instead of a half health Nautilus and a third health Xerath. It's okay though. You just trade, what is that, 2 kills for a top tower. Sadly, they're then in place to get the dragon as well afterwards. Mustard, I wouldn't be. There's no way you take this, realistically.
Yeah.
So I would just
That's-
recall, because the waves are already kind of in a bad spot. I wouldn't go push mid or bot. They are sitting in an awkward spot. You would just die. So I would just recall. You can
Yeah.
finish your IE. You have IE in your pocket with what you had in gold. And that way you're out on the map like 15 seconds sooner. So you're out 15 seconds before them rather than at the same time
Yeah.
as them. Next objective is Rift Herald in 45 seconds. Gnar should take it back with his 1800 gold instead of taking Grom. He was probably close to Sterax, so I can understand him wanting to go grab that if that's all he needed for his item. However, at the same time, the Herald's about to spawn. I would want to do it on spawn. So as Gragas, I would have passed red buff into Raptors, into Wolves, Blue, and then you're at that right as it's spawning. Clearly, he didn't just need his Sterax because he's now 2,000 gold in the bank with the Jarm's Fist that I believe costs 1,200, and Sterax is like 3,200 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like 2,000 diff, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's going back to top lane now. So I definitely would not have done this with him. Right, like this Herald could be dead right now. No one was pushing super hard on top. I don't know. You guys get this dive off well. Wukong is gonna double R. You should get tower of this still.
I think we do.
Yeah. In that case, Jack, I wouldn't even step up to look at that Herald, right?
Yeah.
Because best case scenario, the Gnar comes over, which he's not going to because he has a massive wave as his tower. But best case scenario, that's 1v3. I'm not sure if you saw the Lux there, but you know the duo lanes there and you know
Yeah.
the junglers there. So at best, that's 1v3 and you're a Xerath against a Trundle Nami, right? Like you're just
Yeah, I
gonna
think
die.
I saw Lux and Trundle at first, and my original plan was like, oh, I'll just try to harass them to keep them off Rift, and then they all turned. I saw 4 of them. I was like, well, I'm dead. I might as well Rift and hopefully reset it. But I think they get it anyway.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, they pick it up. Let's see, how much gold are you sitting on bot lane? A lot. You don't need to just push for that tower. You're not gonna get it. I would just spend and try and get the tempo swing into mid lane. Because now, if I were them, I would hard shove mid lane and Herald, since they saw the duo lane bot, top laner's top. Who can be there? Xerath and Gragas. Xerath can be annoying, but you can just dive the Xerath. So they should just get this mid tower here. I don't know why he didn't pop Herald. That was bad of him. But it was good to pick up the kill on Caitlyn with the Predator. Let's see. Good escape. What's that? 1800 in your pocket. That's what, Zeal plus tier 2 boots if you go Swifties? Just about. You're 70 gold off of that. Okay, have you used teleport yet this game? I honestly don't remember you using it.
I don't know.
I think you might have used it once back to lane. On the Xerath, I mean, not the Gnar.
Yeah, I didn't use it for a very long time. It
Okay.
was something that became.
Honestly, I would just go barrier, especially if you
Okay.
know, like I know myself, whenever I'm mid lane, I'm really bad at using TP. I just don't. Like, and
Other
that's
champions,
more
I'm
just like
better at about
knowing
it.
myself, but
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
yeah.
There are other champions I'll take it on. I'll use it way better. But with him, it's just kind of like, well, I'm a Xerath, and
Yeah, it's a lot
when
harder
will
on
I
a Xerath
TP?
because you're not, the best split pusher, considering you can just get
Right.
popped. You don't have any mobility. You have one stun. Yeah, I would just be greedy and take the barrier. Personally,
Gotcha.
you could even go exhaust if you're afraid of like the Wukong.
I feel like just before that, if we would have fought front to back, can you go back?
Oh yeah, let me back up. All right. Let's see here.
Keep going back.
Yep. All right,
Okay.
what's going on here? Nara's gonna back. He's gonna TP top lane with a dragon spawning their third. I would not TP top lane. Honestly, if I were you, I would. Oh, that's unlucky that missed. It was the disco ult. It was just for looks. Nar honestly could have TP'd onto that wave, and you could have looked for something with like a predator engage. You had predator up. Like assuming you had ult there, you could get to predator up, go like Gnar ult into Gragas ult or something like that. Nasty engage. You guys can fight on this hard. Like
Yeah, that was the problem. We should have fought front to back, but then someone was calling to back off, so then we got split heavy, and then
that's unlucky you get caught there by a Lux binding, but you're also up on your own. Like if the Gnar's coming down the river, wait like the 5 seconds for the Gnar to come down the river, because the only way you don't win that fight super convincingly when the Gnar comes down like that is if you die before the fight happens, right?
yeah. But we should have fought before that. I feel like.
Yeah, you could have looked for something like before that Herald happened. Lux ult is a cool ability that has a 30-second cooldown. We love that. Yeah. So now this is gonna go into third Drake for them. Honestly, if I were them, I would just have like 2 on it. Like just Trundle and Lux can do it. They don't need 5 on it. They can take your entire jungle and take bot tower as well. Obviously, once they if they ward out this jungle here, they can keep you away from it, which they are. Oh wow, the Trundle back as they were starting Dragon. That's a bold move, sir. Yeah, and that's unlucky that you were face checking Bush. That shouldn't have to happen. There. You guys can definitely win this fight though. Nice, good stuff. Rip the cast. Okay, you got a whole bunch of flashes. Now I would push mid lane super hard. You should be able to get that mid tower if you all walk there together and take it right now. And it looks like that's what you do. Like everyone else is low, who's gonna stop you, Trundle? I guess he might be able to. You don't really have a wave. Okay, yeah, you guys still are managed to get this. Good. Remember you're fighting without your Jhin. He's probably the strongest person on your team. So yeah, just peeling out this fight is fine, especially since it's a 4v5.
Yeah.
Let's see, you guys should be sitting on a decent chunk of gold. Yeah, for Xerath, that's a... What are you building towards? I'm guessing you're going Oblivion
At this
here?
point. Yeah, I could go
Okay.
typically rush Oblivion Orb. Yes,
Okay. Yeah, I
more or less.
wasn't sure if it
Mhm.
was Oblivion Orb or if you were, like, I was assuming it was Hourglass, but then I saw the Ruby Crystal. I was like, okay.
Right.
Oh no. Hold up,
Yeah,
let me
that
back
was
up. I didn't see what was going on here. Did they start it
I was
up?
trying to ward Pixel Bush, and I was not expecting a Lux stun through there.
Okay. What happened? Whatever. Come on, direct to camera. I don't want to watch that bush. Okay. So they have control there. You see them all walk into the river. Honestly, for now, that ward is fine. You don't have to push up for Pixel. Like, you don't even have to clear that ward that was in that bush if you didn't want to.
Sure.
Because you know they have control in it and you don't have... You know, you saw from this ward, you saw 5 of them walk into the river together. And you know there's only 2 people with you, right? Like, it's Xerath, Nautilus, and Gragas. That's it right here. So, best case scenario, you get a ward and pink brush, don't die for it, and they clear it out because they have a pink and dot brush.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you give over 3 kills and they get the Baron. Right? It's like the how much are you risking for how much gain type of balance, you know? That you have to think about when you're gonna go for something like that. Oh, no one wanted to finish it. Oh, they're waiting for the Lux. How kind of them. It's a TP. Idiot. Tower's already dead. That was a good trade across the map though, once you knew that you lost that. Lost the Baron. At this point, the Gnar should be backing, not clearing mid-wave. He has 2,700 gold. I know for a fact that's enough to complete your Black Cleaver when you already have a Phage in your pocket. Because what, Phage is 1,200, Black Cleaver is 28. So that gets you Black Cleaver finish plus part of your next item. Yeah, Black Cleaver plus BF. There we go. He's probably going GA. Yeah. If you're us, you don't need to be pushed out around here. There's no dragon for a minute and a half. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
this is
just
great that they're
river.
not forcing, because they're not strong enough to. Really. We just have to make sure we're not over-forcing, which I think we're about to.
We did.
Yeah.
We left Jin out in the dust.
Right, like if you remember, they still have Baron, and they've just wasted a minute of it. We don't need to be fighting out, like, A, away from our towers, and B, on their half of the map. Like, we can just turtle out their Baron pretty well. And just, yeah, like, we have really good poke, so we can stop their siege in that way. Like, there's 2 ways to stop siege, poking them and clearing their minions. We have a lot of poke, so we can just poke them out. Instead, they get that fight on their half of the map, which will lead into Inhib and the next dragon spawning, which is Infernal Soul. But yeah, so that fight's more just like a good split again. Vandrel, trading something on the other half of the map. Vandrel has TP, so once you see the Lux top, okay, she's coming down now. You can, luckily you're all up before the dragon spawns, so you can honestly look for a fight around here if you group as 5. With the dragon spawning, yeah, I would just say like, I would just forget the wave mid and forget the wave bot. Just look for something here. You have the TP flank. It might be a little too deep of a flank, but oh, that hook missing was unlucky. That would have killed the Lux and that might have swung the
Yeah,
fight. 'Cause now
I
Vandrel's
missed some
solo on the
pretty important
back.
hooks in that game.
Yeah, and then the luck
That was
kills the
frustrating.
Gragas. The Lux wouldn't have. How does this fight go in the end? Nice. Okay. That's still a fight in our favor. Yeah, like we can take that fight. Just imagine like that could have been a 4-kill right there. Oh, is he gonna die? Yeah, he should die. Oh wow, you didn't die. Okay. She didn't auto you once, I don't think. If she autoed you once, you're dead. Maybe she autoed you once. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, the inhib stands. We take this. Alright, that's their Baron gone. Oh, they got the dragon though. That's unlucky.
Yeah, that was unlucky. That was Lux being Lux.
Okay. At this point, you've got 2 items on Zerath. You've got almost 3 on. How close is Jin to 3? Not very. Kind of. What are you going next?
Who, me?
Mustard. I think Mustard's not here. His
Yeah,
BF,
he left.
Crit Cloak. Is he going PD? I think he's going PD.
Essence Reaver, maybe.
Oh, yeah. It could be an Essence Reaver. I don't know how good of a 3rd item Essence Reaver is, though. Okay. Yeah, now we're just killing waves until the next Baron spawns. That's unlucky. I would definitely walk up with more than just you if you're gonna go for that right there. Especially with the Baron spawning in a minute and a half. I would not have just gone and put all of your wards in the bot side of the jungle, since the Elder was 4.5 minutes away from spawning. Because then that gives the Gragas more protection too. And you can see if they started on spawn. Okay, so now I'm think, how do you win this game? What leads to you winning this game?
I think the group consensus at the time was like she was the biggest problem for us besides the Lux.
I would agree. If you can keep the Wukong off of the Xerath and the Jhin, I think you just win any fight. Right? Like if you can pop the Lux, who just bought a stopwatch, so that's unlucky. But if you can keep the Wukong and the Trundle off your backline, you should just win a fight that way. Because the Gnar is just gonna stand there and be menacing if he's able to mega. Yeah, that should just lead to Baron. But yeah, the way you win this game now is gonna be Gragas finding a combo pick, like a Predator Flash, E Flash, ult pick onto someone, Lux or Caitlyn, and then keeping the Jhin and Xerath alive. Because you have a lot of damage, right? Like you have your Oblivion Orb, you have Sork Boots, so you have a lot of pen. This Caitlyn, who has 35 MR, you have what? 15 plus 18. You have just about that much magic pen. So you're gonna do true damage to her. You're gonna do true damage to Lux and her 40, just about true damage to her with her 45 MR. Nami has Athene, so she actually has a good chunk of MR. She's got probably like 70, yeah, 65. But yeah, you can pop the Caitlyn for sure, and you can pop the Lux pretty hard too. And the Nami, honestly, still can be chunked pretty hard. Yeah, now you should just be waiting out the Baron. Try and hold this inhib. Hold on the inhib line. Like, you have a lot of CC and catch potential if they try and step up into this little corridor. If you see Lux and Wukong on the side, you guys can just force a fight in mid onto their 3. If she had just ulted you right away, you were dead. Doesn't matter, Caitlyn gets the pickup. But yeah, you guys could have forced a 5v3. That's the way you beat their split when you know, can't match it. Is just force on the 3 with a 5. Like, just, honestly, just flash Nautilus ult, you know? Flash not hook, you can force the engage that way. You can just, like, E-flash onto, even just E-flash on the Trundle, right? Just get it started.
Yeah.
But when you have the 5v3 like that, it's not like you don't have damage. So like, if you guys can just force onto the 3 of them, you guys can definitely win that and stop their Baron push. Instead, they're able to find a pick onto the Xerath as you guys are backing off to answer the split push, and then that's how they find their win. Here. But yeah, I guess, yeah, the main takeaway from that one is, I don't know, I want to playing around like your pressure points, right? And your win condition more so. Taking better fights, a lot of and not getting picked, I guess, are the big things from game 1. Okay, cut the recording.